time for another everyday getaway. And today is day 3 on our ABC cruise, and we're spending the day in Aruba.
All right, at the port of Aruba, when you get into the building that is the kind of the port, you come through this shopping area into this large open space. The ship is right now to my left. When you go outside, all of the tours are waiting right beside the doors. So there's a Cuckoo Kanuku Aruba bus, and then all of these folks stand with just the sign saying where they are. And I believe we are over on this left side. We are doing Picture Aruba today. Our tour guide, very nice so far. Bus, very air conditioned, very clean, and very spacious. The AC works really well.
We're now leaving the port area to go out and explore Aruba.
We don't care. Scientology is not a big thing here on the island.
This hotel transports you in style. Check out the boat that delivers you to the hotel and over to their private island.
This is the governor's house.
Also, you guys are going to be seeing a
Aruba gets less than 15 inches of rain a year. And this is the rainy season. This is a national forest or park in this area. That's why there are no homes or businesses. We're headed to the natural bridge.
Once it translated, it means ugly moat inlet. Looks could be deceiving here on the island. Beauty hides many dangers here on the island of Aruba, especially. So in those 30 minutes that hell's gonna take to arrive, you have two options. Either you're gonna survive or you're gonna die at this side of the island, because it's a little bit of a far drive, and the majority of the vehicles
Most
that Aruba
dangerous
has
spot
is
in
not already
Aruba.
4x4 equipped to handle such rough terrain here on the island. So that's why on this side,
Welcome to another everyday getaway from the natural bridge here on Aruba.
I think the name of the capital city is Oranjestad, and we are on a tour, and this is our first stop. So we had a little breakfast, we got on the tour bus right at 8:15, and first stop, absolutely gorgeous. This drive has been beautiful.
This here is what's left of the natural bridge. It was taken out by part of it by Hurricane Ivan, and then Hurricane Katrina took the rest of it out. This bridge is called the Sun Bridge.
This area is filled with a lot of volcanic rock. It's kind of difficult to walk on. It's very bumpy and cracky and volcanic-y, I guess. And I'm kind of surprised they let you walk up here towards the edge. It's a drop off to the ocean, and it is kind of hard to maneuver. If you look back towards that little store area and over into this gully, this is where that little son of a bridge is. It is very much difficult to maneuver as you walk over towards this. And there are a lot of people out walking around, and kind of surprised you can do it. But boy, this is just beautiful overlooking the ocean. The wind was very loud, so it had to dub over. But those rocks with that beautiful water waves crashing up against it. Absolutely beautiful and just a lovely, lovely place.
You know what I said? I don't think they should let people go this far. Apparently you're not supposed to go that far. I didn't see the sign. Thank goodness I was safe.
I absolutely love lighthouses, and this was such a beautiful place for us to go visit. It's the California Lighthouse. It's up in the northwestern part of the island of Aruba in a place called Bushiribana. It has so many visitors because it has this great 360-degree view of the island and the beautiful water and the scenery around it. It's named after the SS California, which sunk prior to its construction. It was constructed in 1910. It's $5 to go up in. I think there's around 120 stairs, which isn't that many, but I do hear that they're very difficult to maneuver. They're small and they get smaller in that spiral staircase as you go up. But if you look close, Corbin made it to the top. For the most part, the cacti that we've seen as we've traveled have been this tall, skinny type, kind of like you see there in the center of the screen. However, here by the water, right next to the lighthouse, the cacti that are growing are much shorter and more segmented, but very beautiful. And now, let's get a smoothie. Yum!
This is the smoothie truck, and we got a smoothie with no alcohol. It was $6. It is delicious. We got a pina colada one. It's got fresh coconut in it, and there are parrots here, and there are also folks that are cutting open coconut so you can drink the coconut milk. And I think this parrot is about to have him some coconut milk as well. Let's see if I can get closer to watch it.
Hey, bikin akin ng Jumis. No.
He's got a little bit of an attitude going.
Yeah, I let go. Tabumbo sa.
He's gonna eat.
Alex.co command of Jum Jums. Ayun, ito mga bonito.
Alright, so this is a truckload of coconuts. They take the coconuts over. And this gentleman here will cut them open, husk them, get the coconut milk out of it. And there's a parrot friend. I think they also sell empanadas out of here. There's chicken or beef. I think it's an empanada, but we didn't get one. Didn't ask, but I think it is. This is an Italian restaurant over behind the buses. Apparently you can use their restrooms. One last look. Alright, before we get ready to leave, we gotta get back on the bus for just a minute. One thing I would say is the Segway tour. I'm not sure I would do the Segway tour just for this reason. Segways were coming down off of this hill on this road that is not really built for multiple vehicles, and buses were coming opposite them. So the people on the Segways were kind of stuck on the edge of this little road going downhill, and some of them looked a little terrified.
Next up, we went to the Bushiribana Gold Mill Ruins that are the remnants of a long abandoned gold mill that processed the gold during the Aruban Gold Rush in the 19th century. And it's a big touristy spot now. It's very beautiful. We have some really good stories from inside, but we told them and the wind was too strong, so won't be able to play those clips. But basically, if you find gold and you take it, you go to jail. And it's happened in the recent past where somebody's found some gold, taken it, and automatically jail time.
Now, there are two words that you never use together in the same sentence, both in Curacao, Bonaire, and Aruba, which is sushi and douche. Yeah, douche here on the island in Curacao and Bonaire, you guys have to emphasize the I at the end. So douche, douche. Douche basically means sweet. So if you had a good dinner, you tell the waiter the food was douche. If you want to call your husband or your wife, your girlfriend, your vice,
They speak
your spare
Papiamento
tire, douche,
on
go ahead.
the 3 islands, the ABC islands that we visited.
Also
It's a
means
combination of Dutch,
sweetheart.
English, and Spanish,
So douche means
but it also has
sweetheart.
influences from
Only use douche in the
Germany
ABC islands.
and Portugal
The US, because
and
you
a
will
couple
get
other
punched in the face.
European countries, but the top 3 are Dutch,
No, the
followed
other word
by
that you don't use together in the
English,
same sentence
followed
with
by
douche is
Spanish.
sushi.
Alright, this is a big tourist area in Aruba, and it's Eagle Beach. Eagle Beach is considered to be one of the top 5 beaches in the United States. And we're going to take a look at a fofoli tree, which are protected trees, and they are built just by the way the shape is because of the wind. With thousands and thousands of years of wind blowing, it shapes the trunks of those trees this way. A couple other things we learned: the white sandy beaches here. The sand comes from parrotfish. So parrotfish, they eat seashells and things off the bottom of the sea floor. They grind it really small in their digestive system, and then it poops white sand. So there you go. Alright, Doug's going to correct me because I said that this beach was the top 5 in the United States, which really doesn't make sense since we're not in the United States. But, Doug, what is it?
It's the top 5 in the world. It's the number 2 beach in the Caribbean and ranked number 5 in the whole world. And as you can see, down on one end of it, it's very crowded.
Yes, it is. Down this way,
Not so much.
not so much, but it's less beachy and more like that volcanic perhaps rock, but it's not the darker color, so I'm not sure it's volcanic or if it's, well, I guess it might be because there's some of the darker colors.
Oh, look at this. Oh,
Okay, right in front of us is a blowhole, so give it a second. Hopefully we'll get us another blow. Then again, maybe we will not.
Did you get it?
Got a little bit of it for you. This is a fofoti tree. And see how that trunk is kind of gnarled? That's what the force of wind will do years and years in the making, so that it creates those crevices and those notches. It's a beautiful tree. During the pandemic, the island of Aruba shut down for 7 months. The first case of COVID showed up with a tourist from Los Angeles, and the week that followed, they shut down the entire island. And our guide said that due to that, they almost went bankrupt as an island. But the Netherlands sent money to them absolutely, when everybody else shut down, their ability to make money from that shutdown as well. So they are getting back to just where they were before the pandemic. They're starting to build again, but they still have to pay off the money. By the way, they say we can stick our feet in the water, which I would love to do, but I don't want to get that wet and no towel and then try to get sandy and wet back onto the bus. But look at the different colors of water. It's gorgeous. We got turquoise, we got that deep blue, and every different color of water has to do with depth and the coral reefs that are below. So we came downtown, and this is a mall, but it's a mall that's filled with Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Nautica, Prada. It's like Fashion City. Several places and things that I've not heard of, but also a lot of just really high-end stores. So this is the resort that they bring you in by boat. Actually, I think more than that, it kind of turns on the other side of this. But because it's in the center of this street, it takes you on a 20-minute trip to a private beach area. So you stay here, and then you take the boat over to where you get to have that private beach experience. So we stopped at a place called Iguana Joe's for lunch, and we're getting a Cuban. Corbin, what are you having?
Grouper BLT, grilled grouper, bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
There you go, and I'm having a taco salad, and the shells look on the taco salad. I'll let just show it to you. I don't see this one anymore. They look really cool. Interesting thing, the whole island of Aruba, the water is completely filtered, so you can drink the water. It's the only island of the 3, and I believe they said most islands in the Caribbean that have this filtration system, but everything is completely filtered, so supposedly anywhere on the island, no matter where you are, the water is drinkable. So we just ate lunch and probably didn't really have room. We're full, but these are popperdornie, which are Dutch pancakes. They're like waffle cookies back in the States, but just one layer, and then you put toppings on them. They look really good. If I weren't quite so full, we'd be trying one of those. It's called the Coffee Roasters of Aruba, where we had a little cup of coffee here. Got some coffee to bring home that is from the area. Cute little marketplace with lots of fun, authentic things from the area. And we missed out on this old fisherman. It's an Aruban restaurant, but we didn't really realize that was there. And so we got other flavors of the Caribbean. All right, if you look closely, you'll see a boat that's headed in towards that little inlet. Looks like a docking area. It's actually the boat that goes into that hotel we showed you earlier, and it's returning from the private island and taking folks back over to their resort. If you can see all the little white little spots, we got ourselves a school of fish. There are so many of them, and they are just having so much fun jumping around next to the dock. Okay, this is fun. This gentleman is unloosing one of the ropes, one of the last ropes that's kind of holding the boat docked. There's another one here on the left. And once they let them loose or untie them from the post, they recoil almost like a vacuum cleaner cord, so they kind of get sucked up into the boat. So if you watch this one on the right, you can see it getting sucked back in. And once both of those get back up into the boat and things get started up, we will set sail. And just like that, our day in Aruba has come to an end. We are headed out to sea. Bye, Aruba. We hope to see you again. Don't know which hotel that is, but boy, that's a nice little beach area right outside of the hotel. Folks watching the cruise ship, let's see if they wave. There we go. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, Aruba.
Okay, so today we ended a great day at Aruba. It was a great stop. We really enjoyed it.
Now, we did a tour called Picture Aruba, which took you to some of the highlights so that you could walk around, take pictures.
Went out to the lighthouse, the natural bridge.
We did the Fatoli trees, which we thought were really cool. Eagle Beach.
And Eagle Beach was the beach that is ranked number 5 in the world. Number 2 in the Caribbean. No, number 1 in the Caribbean, 5 in the world.
And it was gorgeous. And we saw the old gold mine. And then our tour guide did a great job of just taking us. They took us through the city, and he was the driver and the tour guide. He took us all over the island. I think we did a circle of the island and got a chance to see everything. At least the changing of the from the palm trees and the sand to the cactus and the desert areas. It was gorgeous.
And then we spent the afternoon walking around town, got a good lunch, but we had a good time. I would certainly come back to Aruba.
I think out of this trip, Aruba, definitely my favorite port. It is absolutely gorgeous. People were very nice, and I think we had a lovely time.
So thanks for joining us here in leaving Aruba.
There you go. If you haven't already, we invite you to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And thanks for being with us. Take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Join us next time as we explore the explorer of the seas, and we look for all those fun and exciting things to do on board on those sea days.